she's hot. Today is the first day of October. How did that happen? How is it October? I don't know how that happened. Where did September go? Wake me up when September ends, truly, because what the actual hell. Today I am heading home back to my parents' house because the book festival is currently going on in my hometown. This is the first year that the book festival is going on and I don't live there anymore, so I'm not seeing it all, because usually it's always action-packed at the weekends. There's authors going around, there's people going to events, all the bookshops are open, all the shops, there's pop-up shops, there's markets. It is the busiest you will ever see in my hometown, and it's a small place. So I'm really sad this year that I don't live there anymore. So this is my first time not being there while it's all going on. But tonight I'm going to an event. I'm going to the bookshop band. I love them. My friend and I, the last couple of years, she's been coming down and we've been going to events together. Sadly this year she's away in New York visiting family. So she's not here and it's really sad, but we went to the bookshop band the last 2 years, so I'm going to it this time myself. So the concert is on banned books, so I think it's songs that they've written. So the whole thing with the bookshop band is they write songs based on books, hence the name of the bookshop band. And this event is on banned books, so I'm going to assume it's on, I don't know if it'll be new music, it might be a lot of their other stuff, because they've done books from like The Handmaid's Tale, so I can see that book probably is banned in several places because of the messages and what it means. But anywho, so I'm going tonight. I think I'm going to leave about 4-ish. He is just staring off into space right now. Oh wait, he's looking back at me. He was just staring at the wall, looking concerned. Now he doesn't look concerned, he just looks like he's judging. So I'm gonna head off at some point this afternoon. I've just been kind of having an easy day and just having a chilled, lazy day. I've been tidying and packing. My neighbour is going to be feeding the cat for me while I'm away, because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stay over tonight, enjoy the concert, and then tomorrow, weather dependent, I'm going to have a wee wander around. And I think I might go to an event on Thursday night. I'm undecided yet. I might. Saturday, I'm also off Saturday, and I really wanted to go down and spend the whole day at the festival again. And just Saturdays, like weekends are the best time to be there, because that's when the markets are all the stalls, and the bigger events, so the bigger named authors and celebrities are there. So the town is always absolutely bustling then. But there's a weather warning in place for Saturday, so I'm kind of thinking maybe I won't if the weather's going to be really bad, because I think a lot of the markets and that will be cancelled. But I think some of the stuff is supposed to be on all the time, so fingers crossed it will be, and I will be heading over. I'm going to stay tonight, so I can do stuff tomorrow. So I might even go into a few of the book shops and buy some books, because, you know, I can't go to a book festival and not buy books.
And then you can...
I once filmed a video sitting right here on the floor. The weather is so poop today. So last night I went to the bookshop band concert. It was so good. I just enjoyed it. The concert was on banned books, so it was songs that they'd done, songs that they'd written about books that have been banned in one country or another. And it was really good. It was a really good event. Their vocals are amazing. They play so many instruments. It's so good. I'm in awe. I love it. So today I'm actually going to an event tonight. It's a little bit last minute. My friend who normally comes to the book festival with me saw an event that she would quite like. She couldn't make it this year because she's away. I think I already said this. But she asked me if I could get the book for her, and if there's any chance I was going to the event, could I get the book signed? So the event's not until 6 o'clock tonight, so I have literally like 4 hours. Less than 4 hours. But the weather's really crap today, but I'm gonna have a wee wander around all the shops, because there's just loads going on at the moment when the book festival's on. So I've already in advance bought a copy each. I've got 2 copies of the book. So I'm gonna get one for me signed and one for my friend signed. So I'm going to the event at 6 o'clock tonight. It's called Love's a Witch by Tricia O'Malley. And I love the cover. It's great. I love it. It's really, really good. So it sounds like good fun. So I'm gonna take our books and get them signed later. I'm looking forward to the event. I think it's gonna be really good. I'm gonna carry my book with me, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go for a little wander around all the bookshops, maybe buy a few things, and then afterwards I'm gonna go somewhere and have a wee sit down, and I might even read like a wee chapter or something. Just have a wee like chill time. So really excited for that. So unfortunately though, the weather is not very nice, so that is a bit rubbish. But hopefully, I've got an umbrella. I don't have a jacket, but I've got an umbrella. So hopefully, the rain did stop. Annoyingly, the rain stopped and it started to dry up, and then it just poured again. So anywho, I'm gonna go off on some little adventures, and maybe I really don't need to buy any more books. Like, this is my one thing. Every time I go to an event for an author, I like to get a copy of the book. I like to get it signed as like a nice keepsake. I've got a collection going now of signed books from authors that I've seen at the book festival and heard them talk. So I had to treat myself and get this one, and I was getting one for my friend as well. I really shouldn't buy any more books or trinkets or anything at all, but I know I'm going to see stuff and I'm going to be like, maybe I should give myself a deal of like, if there's money off the book. Sometimes you find bookshops don't always sell books for like the recommended retail price. But maybe if something's got a little bit of money off, or there's a bit of a deal, or it's something that I really, 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 really want. I am on the lookout for The Love Hypothesis, just because I kind of want, I don't think I'm going to like it. I might, but I kind of want to hate read it. I kind of want to, like, my friend got a copy and we were both a bit, because they're making they're making a movie. That's what it is. That's why I wanted to get it and I wanted to read it. I am on the lookout for that. So if I see it, I will buy it, but I won't be buying anything else, is the goals that I'm setting myself right now. I did not know what I wanted for dinner tonight, so I thought I would just get some chips from the chippy. They're a bit meh. I'm such a critic these days, I swear. It's supposed to be salt and vinegar on it, and I don't feel like, it doesn't taste like it's got salt and vinegar on it. I bought a bookmark, and I started reading a little bit of the book that I bought for the event that I'm going to in literally 45 minutes. Like, I need to eat these and go. Would it look a little bit pretentious if I turned up with a bookmark in it? I'll be like, girl, I bought it today. And I started reading it. Like, do I leave the bookmark in it? So I've started reading it. I read the first 2 chapters. Well, technically the first 3, because there was an introduction chapter, like a prologue. Already, I don't know how I feel, because the author is clearly American, and the book is set in Scotland. Now, the author of this book has come and stayed here before. My hometown has a thing called the Open Book, which is on Airbnb, I think, where you can basically rent accommodation and you rent the bookstore. So you get to live the dream of owning a bookstore for however X amount of time that you stay there. The author of this book has done the Open Book before, and she basically fell in love with Wigtown, which is my hometown, which is where I'm from, which is Scotland's national book town. So the book is kind of inspired by Wigtown. It's kind of set here, but not here. It's set in a fictional place called Briarhaven, but I think it's supposed to be kind of sort of influenced by here, but Scotland. I realised though, when I was reading the summary on the back of the book, which I will read to you, Sloane McGregor, very Scottish surname. Sloane? I don't know if I would say Sloane. Sloane, I always think of like Dr. Sloane from Grey's Anatomy. But Sloane McGregor swore she'd never return to Briarhaven. But with her 25th birthday looming, the day witches come into their magic, her grandmother summons her and her sisters back for one tiny task: break the centuries-old curse haunting their bloodline. Knox Douglas, Knox, I'm like, that's a very weird name. But Douglas, another Scottish name. Briarhaven's grumpy mayor has worked tirelessly to make his town a haven for magical folk. The last thing he needs is a cursed McGregor wreaking havoc. It doesn't matter he once crushed on her. For the sake of Briarhaven, Sloane has to go. So immediately I was like, mayor? Tell me you're an American writing a book set in Scotland without telling me you're an American writing a book set in Scotland. Because we don't have mayors. We don't have mayors in our small towns. Like, that is very much like an American thing where it's like the mayor. I feel like I just remember that from like all the American TV shows I've watched where it's like something is set in a town and there's a mayor. We'll bypass it. The character of the mayor, Knox, we were told immediately that he's so gorgeous. And our main character, although she's pissed off by him and his actions, she just can't stop lusting after him. And I'm just... I think already I'm just a bit like... But I'm going to the event tonight. So I'm excited for the event. And I'm excited to get my book signed. But I don't know. I don't know about this one, guys. Like, the mayor put me off. The mayor immediately. The very hot mayor who everyone is like, oh my god, he's absolutely gorgeous. I'm like, fuck me. This is what I get for buying a romance book. I'm also quite disappointed by these chips. Like, I want more salt and vinegar. Like, there is not much flavour in these. Like, chippy salt and vinegar is the best part. I want it drowned in the shit. And I'm looking forward to my event. I will be getting my book signed. And hopefully it ends up being a good book. I'll give you a little haul of everything I bought today. So I bought the bookmark, which I then decided to use in my book because why not? I'm not really sure how these kind of bookmarks work. Like, do you put them like just in your book and I don't know, but it's cute. I like it. So that's really pretty. Did I spend £19 on a necklace? I did, but wait until you see it. How pretty is that? It's so gorgeous. It's a little book. It's a little open book. I love it. And then I also bought myself a book. You may have heard me talking about this before if you've watched any of my other videos, but my neighbor runs a bookstore. Well, he's not my neighbor anymore, but he runs a bookstore and he wrote a book called Diary of a Bookseller, and I've read the majority of it. I only have a little bit to go, so I bought the next one. And he signed it for me. For Laura, with best wishes, Sean Bethel, Wigtown 2nd, October 2025. Aww! So he signed it for me. So that was nice, which was kind of funny because he didn't recognize me at first. And he was like, are you here for the book festival? I was like, I live here. Well, I didn't say that actually because technically I don't live here anymore. But I was like, yeah. And he was like, wait, I know you. And I was like, yeah, I'm your neighbor. So that's how you know how antisocial I am. So all in all, a successful day. I didn't buy too much. And I went for a little drink at the bar. I went for a little drink at the pub and I read my book. And now I have my event. And like, I mean, I'm going to leave soon because I want to get a good seat. Me wanting to get a good seat for an author that already I'm heckling her book. I hope they don't do a Q&A panel because I'll be like, excuse me, I've only just started, but why is there a mayor in Scotland? I just realised something. The woman that's chairing the event is also an American who lives here. I'm going to be like, who is this mayor? And if our main character is 25, right? Sorry, I'm just making all these assumptions before even properly reading the book. But our main character is supposed to just be turning 25, right? And this guy was someone that she went to school with. So at most, he's only a couple of years older than her. Why is he the mayor? Why is the mayor some young hot guy? These are the questions that will haunt me. But I've already read, oh, and I already got a little bit peed off because the main character's sister is an influencer. I don't do influencers in books. I really, I can't stand it. I really can't. I don't know what it is or why it bugs me, but it bugs me. It really bugs me. I think I just don't like the modern age of like social media, like in literature. Like I feel like it's already everywhere in our daily lives. I already doom scroll on TikTok every night before I go to sleep and every morning when I first wake up. I don't need to read about it in books as well. Do you know what I mean? I always feel like unless I'm reading a book that the summary literally mentions how the character is like Instagram famous or some sort of influencer, then I can avoid it. But this is supposed to be a romantasy book. I know obviously it's set in modern time, but I could do without the influencers. She has a cooking YouTube channel. So I'm just like, good lord. Oh, it's so dark. I have my new necklace on. I have my books. I'm gonna head off. I'm out of breath. Gonna head off to my event. Oh, front door is locked. You have the key. There. At least it stopped raining. Holy smokes, this weather. I feel like Storm Amy is here. I am home. I am home. Oh my goodness, the weather absolutely poured. It's lashing it down right now. I kind of want to have a bath now, you know, because this weather's so bad. Like, see, just chilling and having a nice warm bath and then just immediately go to bed. So I went to my event. Oh my god, what an inspiring woman. Tricia O'Malley is my new hero. I love her. I take back, I'm probably going to cut out loads of the stuff I just said in that last clip. So only I will know what I said, unless there's some stuff I decide to keep in because I feel like I wasn't being that unfair. But honest to God, I take back everything I said. Well, not really. Like, I still feel like I'm allowed to have my opinions on like what I think about people's writing styles and things that they say and do. But, and it is a big but, meeting her and listening to her has just changed my perspective on everything. Oh my goodness. I think I've also become inspired to become like an indie, I would have to do more research into this, but become like an indie self-published person because you have so much control. And the way she was talking about it, I was like, girl, you are living my dream right now. One thing that was really cool as well was that if you bought a book, you also got a free one. I was like, girl, marketing genius here. So I had already went out and bought our copies because I got a copy from me and my friend, which she signed it. I just lost my bookmark again. These, I thought this would be really cute and whimsical, but these are actually a little bit ridiculous. Like, how do you use these kind of bookmarks? I'm not quite understanding how it works. But she signed it, and oh, and it's at this place where it needs to be. Like, I don't really understand how they're supposed to work. Like, do you kind of like tilt them? I mean, I don't really know, but we'll make do. So because of that, we got a copy, and obviously I got one for my friend as well. So I got her copy signed too. We then got 3 books. Girl, I love you. Like, new favorite author. It's so pretty in purple. I hope you can see this because the lighting is really crap right now, but I can't be bothered putting the big light on. I'm obsessed. 3 books? What a woman. I also got a sticker. Not a sticker. I don't want to take 2. Is it a sticker? Oh, there's actually 2 here. Whoops. But is it a sticker? I don't know. But she was giving out little free merch. Oh, I could give one to Mira, actually. That's quite fitting that there's 2. Never harm, always charm. I'll give one to Mira. I'm just so excited. Oh my gosh. She was great. She was great. I loved listening to her speak. It was just perfect. It was a really good event. Loved it. Loved every minute of it. And yeah, I feel like she was just so inspiring and really interesting. And I feel like she's one of those writers that just has a writer's best interest at heart. Like, she is just empowering and encouraging and wow. Just wow. That's all I have to say. Wow. She was talking about like tropes, how like book talk and bookstagram are kind of taking over the world a little bit, when it comes to romance. Like, romanticy is a big thing. She was talking about spice, and the woman that was sharing the event was like, what is a spice scale? And it was so much fun. It was lots of women. There was a few men in the audience, but it was mostly just women. She was great. And then when we got to meet her at the end, like to go up to sign our books, I shut down. I had so much I would love to have said or questions I had to ask, but I immediately was like, can you make this up to Laura? That was great. And then I was like, I'm ready to go. I'm not good at talking to people. That is a shit cup of tea. What the fuck did I do to that? So yeah, it was really, really good. I had a really lovely time, and oh yeah, that was just so much fun. Now the weather is absolutely crap. Storm Amy is on her way. It is pouring it down. I've had a miserable run home, but I'm home. I've got all my new books to unpack. Thankfully I didn't buy too many, and I've officially moved on from the whole like mayor thing, because you know what? I don't care. I literally do not care. So yes, what a wonderful, wonderful book festival it has been. I'm really sad that I didn't get to see much of it, but I got to wander around all the shops today and some of the little mini markets. And yeah, it was just a really, really fun time. I got to see my event last night, and I had my event tonight. So at least I've been to 2 events. Last night's event was basically free because as residents of Wigtown, we got a £10 voucher, and I used it on the ticket. It was a tenner. So that was free. So I only paid for my voucher today. I got a free book. Are you kidding me? I got this lovely necklace, which I love. And I always come away from these sorts of events just feeling really inspired and motivated. And I'm like, oh my God, I want to write. But then while I was driving home tonight, I was thinking about things, and I'm like, why do I want to start a new draft? Why do I want to start a new draft of my book? Like, girl. But then I'm also like, well, what if I do, just for the shits and giggles? What if I do just start a new draft? I don't know. But anywho, I am gonna just relax tonight. I think I'm gonna have a bath because I need a shower anyway, and I'm like, why shower when you can bath? I have a very clingy kitty today.
Yes, they should last until Saturday. Google Pixel 10.
Today is Monday the 6th. I can't say it. I can't pronounce my 6's 6th. It doesn't help that I have a birthday that's the 26th. It's like I have a lisp just for saying that word. My kind of go-to makeup routine these days is literally just do my eyebrows and slap a bit of concealer on my cheeks and any spots I have. And then maybe a bit on my lips. But like, I'm not even bothering with mascara because there's no point. I'm in the office today, which is quite nice because it means I can just sit on my arse and answer the phone and reply to emails. And I'm taking my own laptop with me so that, don't tell my bosses, but you know, I could do a little bit of writing on the sly, or like I can just do anything else. Don't tell them though. If you see this, no you didn't. It's been quite a windy weekend. I've literally just, if I've not been at work, I've just literally like Saturday I was off and I just hunkered down in the house.
having a chill day because that weather is wild. Even yesterday was quite windy, but this is like the calm after the storm now. It is all good. We are all good. It is, I never lost power once, which is nice. Off to work today. And then I'm supposed to finish at 5, but if all my check-ins come or there's nothing happening, I will literally just leave because there's no point hanging around. What is that? Are you stuck? Wait, are you stuck?
The speech given by the Shadow Justice Secretary Robert Jenrick back in March, which was secretly recorded. He's talking about the Handsworth area of Birmingham.
It was one of the worst integrated places that I've ever been to. In fact, in the hour and a half that I was filming with...
Are you biting me?
Yeah. You understood it today?
Growing up with phones isn't always easy. Introducing EE Safer Sims. Sims that help moderate usage and show...
You look like you're smiling.
Take this nomination because it was the fish station that really screwed us up.
Narrow, Polly, and
He's very happy with that drop.
I have not been filming at all the last few days, week. I don't remember. I don't actually remember the last time I spoke to a camera. So today is Sunday the 12th, I believe. Yesterday was officially 1 year since I moved into this house. The first time I moved out of my parents' house. I'm feeling, I sort of didn't really, 1 year of being a roommate with you, it's a weird feeling that it doesn't feel like it's been a whole year. I think it still feels like it feels like a while. I feel like I've been moved out for a while, but also I don't. It's crazy to think that it's been that long. I just can't believe it's been a whole year since I moved out of my parents' house and I've been living on my own. Who is this big girl? Who is she? We don't know her. It's been really nice. It's been a good opportunity. I think it's really made me mature. Even I say this as a big 28, 29 in a month grown woman. But I think because I always lived at home, it kept me quite, not immature, maybe childish is more the term to use. But I think that moving out has really made me become more mature. You know, you learn that things won't just happen magically around the house. You need to keep on top of tidying. You need to cook meals every night, unless you want to cheat and get a takeaway. I feel like I'm quite good. I don't actually go out and get takeaways all that often. You need to be responsible. You need to keep on top of bills. It's just a different experience, but a really good one. And to anybody else who still lives at home and feels like they've done nothing with their lives, or they feel like they're a failure, or any of those creeping shadows of doubt, I am a prime example of someone who, I didn't go to uni or college, and I stayed at home for the longest time just because I never really, I think I'm not a big get up and go, I'm gonna push myself. I need to find a place, I need to rent, I need to do something, I need to get on the proper ladder. I was not really good at that kind of stuff, or I would talk about it, but I would never actually see it through. Whereas having this opportunity come to me has been a massive blessing. I am so thankful for my friend who I worked with, who very kindly said to me, you know, I'm going away traveling, would you like to live in my house? Oh, hello. Hello. And also, will you look after my cat? I know I'm very thankful, and this kind of opportunity doesn't come up for everyone. That's my tea. So I know I'm truly blessed, and I'm blessed to have a very wonderful friend who I love dearly. And yeah, this experience has been really good. I don't know how long it will go on for. My friend is supposed to be away for about 2 years, maybe 3. So it will just depend on her circumstances, my circumstances. I might decide that, you know, I want to find my own place, or I want to move away from this area that I've lived my whole life. I don't know. Or, like I say, I'm not a very good get up and go person. So if I'm settled here, I might end up just staying here. But obviously I know it's not forever. This is not long term. It's long term in that it's a couple of years, but it's still short term. It's not permanent. And yeah, here's to maybe another year. So cheers to that. And cheers to you. You can't see him, but he's sitting on the window. Cheers to you. He's not been very well at the moment, which is kind of stressful. He's a cat that loves his food, and he went off it the other night. Oh, he was sick, and then he went off his food. So we had him at the vet yesterday morning, and they gave him a few injections. They can't see anything wrong with him, or feel him. They can't find anything wrong with him. They didn't find anything wrong with him while they were doing their checkup, but they gave him a few jags, and that seemed to like an anti-sickness, and that helped him. He was only sick. Actually, he was sick twice. He's been eating again, but not eating as much. And as a very gutsy cat who's like a little piggy, you are a little piggy, it makes me quite nervous that I'm like, oh my god, why is he not eating the way he used to eat? But I think I'm just not that used to cats. I had a dog growing up, and he was just the most gutsy animal you could ever imagine. Like, he could be ill and he could throw up after every meal, but you best believe he's still going to finish every last drop. I'm not used to having an animal that when they're not feeling very well, they're like, I don't really feel like eating. I don't really want to. And I think probably the added extra of he's not actually my cat. This is someone else's animal that I'm looking after. And like, very sadly, in the time that I was here, we already lost one of the cats. She was quite old and she had a few health issues. And she passed away, or she had to be put to sleep in April time. I think it was around about Easter, which was quite sad, and it kind of hit me quite hard because, again, not my animal, but I'm responsible for it because their owner is not here. So that was sad. That was really sad and hard and a weird thing to deal with. So I'm having the same thing at the moment where I'm like, I'm stressed about you. I'm so stressed. I'm smiling and I'm laughing, but I'm actually so stressed inside. It's like a coping mechanism. But I'm like, please just can we skip to the part where you're back to normal, because I can't cope with this. I can't cope with you not eating. Because I'm just like constantly coming at him with meat, like, oh, treat. I'm like this creepy little woman, like, want some candy? Please eat something. It's 10 to 2. I'm at work in an hour. So I'm just having a little cup of tea and a little biscuit. And planning what I want to do for my last hour. I mean, I say that, I have to get ready for work anyway, I need to get changed. So I don't know, I might read for a little bit. I'm currently reading The Guest List by Foley, who did The Hunting Party, which was in one of my last videos. It seems okay so far. I'm only a couple chapters in, but I saw reviews that for The Hunting Party when I was giving my rating that said, oh, like, it's kind of just copy and paste of The Guest List. Like, they're a copy and paste of each other. So I'm a little bit nervous. I don't get nervous, but I'm a little bit, ooh. So I'm like, oh no. But I'm optimistic because I really did like The Hunting Party. And you know what? If the characters are good enough, maybe I don't mind a copy and paste plot. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm also reading Love's a Witch by Tricia O'Malley. That was the author that I went to see her event at the book festival. Only a couple of chapters in. I am excited to read it. I am determined to give it a go. It is it's romantasy. It's a romance with witches, so I guess that's fantasy. I never really know. When I think of romantasy and fantasy, I always think of it being in a mythical, magical world. I don't really associate, oh, it's set in modern times, but actually some of these characters are witches. To me, it's not really fantasy, but then I suppose it is, because it's still a mythical being. It's something that's not realistic. So I don't know. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see how I get on with it. I hope I like it, because I really love the author. Meeting her and listening to her speak was just so inspiring and empowering. So I really want to like her book because I really liked her and I loved her story, and I found her quite inspirational as somebody who is an aspiring author. You know, I love to write. I write lots. I've been writing way more at the moment, but I've never done anything with my writing, and I get scared of the idea of doing that. And I'm like, I don't even like I say, I'm not a get up and go girl. So you best believe when it comes to my writing, I'm not very like, right, I'm done, I'm gonna get this published. I just don't know what to do with it. I would be like, I don't even know the first step. When people talk about like querying and all the different terminology, I'm just sitting here like, yup. Who wants to publish my book? Someday, I am determined. I am so determined. I feel it in my heart and soul. I'm manifesting this shit. I always stand by that. I think I stand by now that when I was younger, even in my early 20s, when I really so badly wanted to be a published author, I don't think my writing was good enough. Okay, I'm not saying it wasn't good enough. It was fine, but I go back and I read things and I'm like, okay, it's fine. There's a story there, but it's not quite, I don't know, I say that. Maybe in 10 years time, I'll look back on this period and I'll be like, this, what I was writing is absolute garbage. Yeah, you're sick of listening to me chit chat. I don't know, we'll see, we shall see, but I think now I'm at a place where I'm happier with my writing, especially when I get into the flow of it. I like what I write and I like my creative brain. I think I'm just not, I would love to actually sit and do a course on like sentence structure and punctuation and maybe even grammar. That's the one thing that will always kind of hold me back right now, is I can tell a story and I can say what I want to say, but when it comes to the structure of it, that's probably where I struggle a bit. And I'm like, do I try and do a course and learn how to structure my sentences and what's the correct punctuation and where should that comma be? Maybe, but that's also very scary. I always think when the time comes, I will actually I'd probably start to hate writing if I had to write for deadlines. And I actually think if I did do something like a course where I had things I had to submit, I was not good in my last few years of school. I have never really been good when it comes to studying for anything, especially now in my later years, and probably because I was not good in school in my last few years, that I sort of have developed, I don't really study. So when it comes to things and submitting things, I'm not the best at it. So I worry that if I ever said, oh, I'm going to do a course, or I'm going to join the Open University, or I'm going to do whatever, I would not be that good at it. Actually, you know, I say all that, when the time comes, if it comes, manifesting that it will, I am ever in a situation where I have to write as a job and submit to deadlines, and I've got somebody pushing me being like, I need these chapters by the end of the week. I could see me being like, I can't do this. I don't know. Anyway, I'm getting off on one. I have an hour until I need to be at work, so I'm going to have a lovely cup of tea and maybe do a little spot of reading. Oh, wait, your bones. And just like that, it is the 26th of October. There's a spooky boy here. Spooky, spooky. Hello, my precious boy. Mwah. Mwah. I give you kisses. I give you hugs and kisses. It is raining outside, my boy. You do not want to be out here. But if you want, I'll let you out. But it's raining, so I don't think you really want to go out here. So we're into the last stretch of October. I don't know how that happened. Somehow, we only have a week to go. But didn't October just start? Wasn't it just September? Wasn't last week August? Like, what is happening to this year? I don't understand. I feel like I'm not really doing anything, but I am doing stuff, but I'm working. I just don't know what's been happening. Time is flying. Time flies when you're having fun, and it also flies when you're not having fun. So far in October, I have not finished. Girl. We'll just wait. We'll just wait. Are you showing your butt to the camera? Because that's not polite. So I've currently not finished any books in October. I think the time has just flown. After coming off of such a good one in September where I read 4 books, I checked my Goodreads and my Storygraph, and I have to read 35 books before the end of December because I set myself a reading challenge of 50 books. And I really thought this year I was going to do it, but somehow I've only managed to read 15 books. And the worst part is, if I want to get through it and actually read a good chunk of, and actually get close to my goal, if not finish it, 35 books between 2 months, 2 months and a week. I don't really like those numbers. I'm not good at math, but I don't like those numbers. That's like at least 15 books a month. Over 15 books a month. Okay, cool. I have made some porridge. I have made some porridge for my breakfast. I haven't had porridge in so long. I always feel like it's a poor peasant's breakfast. So if I want to get any books read in October, I need to really crack on this week. Oh, excuse me! You just put your face right in that. I really need to crack on and get something done this last week of October. Like, I need to read books this week to at least get something in the bank because I'm going away this weekend for Halloween, so we need to get something done about it. So anywho, so I'm currently reading the guest list. I'm just taking the L. I'm taking the L and I'm moving because that machine is doing my head in. And I'm the one who put it on, so it's my fault. Okay, so I'm currently reading The Guest List by Lucy Foley. I read The Hunting Party last month by her and it was really good. It's lengthy, like it's long enough. Like I'd say it's more than your average book. It's maybe about 400 pages, I'm not sure. Like, I'm optimistic that I could read it in like, maybe not one sitting, but I could definitely read it in a couple of sittings because if it's a good book, I liked her first one and I read her first one in like a couple of days, so I'm optimistic. And then finally, I have another book that I am so close to the end on, and it is The Diary of a Bookseller by Sean Bithell. Look at this. I'm on the home stretch. This book is a diary. It's very easy to read. Like, I could pick it up. I've been reading this book on and off for about 2 years now, maybe even, yeah, 2 years. It's one of those ones that I don't really need to be, like, yes, sometimes I will forget things that have happened or that were mentioned. The book will reference something that happened later in the year. So the story is, it's a year in the life of a bookseller, and he's actually my neighbour. It's from my hometown, Wigtown, which is Scotland's national book town, and it's good. I enjoy it, and I think I enjoy it because there's characters in the book that are the real people. Some of them have had their names changed, so it's fun to guess like who's who based on like name changes and who's actually like happy to be presented as them. So that's good fun. And I really enjoy it, probably because it's set in my hometown. But it's one of those ones that I could read it, I can put it down, I can pick it up again months later. Like, I don't know when I was last reading this, at some point in the summer maybe. But I have, like, not got much to go. I'm on December, and I think it finishes in January. I have not got much to go. So if I can get these 2 done this week, that'll be at least 2 books. But I want to get, I know in myself that there's no way I'm going to be able to read 35 books in time to finish for the end of the year, because that for me personally, some people would be able to do that. For me personally, it's not possible, but that doesn't mean I'm going to give up. I want to get as close to the 50 book mark as I possibly can, so I'm just gonna plow through as much of my TBR as I can and just see what I can get done. I'm optimistic. I'm also listening to an audiobook that, again, I started it a while ago, and it's called
Vera Wong's Unsolicited Advice for Murderers, and it's actually quite funny. It is a mystery. I believe I bought it for my friend once. I saw it in a shop and I thought it looked kind of funny. Or like, I love a kind of quirky mystery like that, so I gave it to her. I don't know if she's ever read it or if she enjoyed it or what, but I'm currently listening to the audiobook and it's actually okay. Like, it's one of those, it's more of a chilled mystery, like, or like a cozy mystery, I would say, rather than like a psychological thriller. So I do quite enjoy those if they're done well, and I think maybe I enjoy them more as an audiobook because I'm listening to it and it's a bit more like quirky and fun and cozy, and I can listen to it when I'm driving. I will plow on with that as well. So that could be 3 books that I could potentially get done. I think I had 3 hours to go of the audiobook, so not too bad. So I want to see, today it is already, oh, that clock is just, the clocks went back last night, so I'm looking at the wrong time on that clock, but it's currently about 12:30 and I start work at 4 today, so I can get some reading done in that time. I could probably finish The Diary of a Bookseller in that time, but I kind of want to read some of the guest lists, so we'll just see what I can get done. I'll keep you updated on my progress. Okay, so I have read the first 100 pages. I reckon I was on about page 40 when I started this, and I'm now on page 130. So I've roughly read about like 80 to 90 pages, give or take. Progress! It is good. I like it. I really like Lucy's writing style. It's very much like The Hunting Party, where someone's died. So far, we don't know who did it. It's jumping between the present and the past, and it mostly takes place in the past, but you get a few chapters from like now where it's like something's happened, someone's missing, there's blood there, you know, and we don't know who it is. And so you're just getting to meet all the characters, and they're all interacting, and they all clearly have like demons and secrets, and they're all interlinked in some way, and it's on a remote island, so you know that whoever has done the killing it's contained. And I love that. I love a mystery where the killer and all the suspects are all like, they're on an island, or they're trapped in a ski lodge, or just anything, or like they're in a secluded forest, or just something. Like, I love I don't know what's that class is, like a closed setting, or what, I don't know what the word is, but they're all stuck together on an island, a remote island, and someone's died. Well, we've not had a body yet, but I assume someone has died. So I'm really excited, loving it so far. I do really like Lucy Foley. I think she's maybe one of my favourite authors now. I've only read 1 book by her, and then this is obviously me reading my second, but I kind of want to read more by her. I know she's got a new book out at the moment. It doesn't say in this book about anything else that she's written. Oh, so The Hunting Party was her debut. I don't know how many other books she's written, but I want to read. She's got a new one out. Is it The Midnight Beast? So I want to read them all. I love it. I love it. She has a good way of like bringing her characters to life that I enjoy. So I like her. I like her a lot. Pakiko. Pakiko. So I am over halfway through the book. Woo! I'm on a roll. I honestly think if it wasn't for the fact that I have work today, I could have got it finished. Like, I could have finished it. Because I could. The thing is, I do this. This is what I'm like. I'll get into a roll. I'll get on a roll. I'll really enjoy a book, and then I have to go and do something like work, and I think it's fine because I'll finish it tonight when I come home. But then I'll come home from work tonight and I'll put the TV on, or I'll go on my laptop and sit on YouTube or scroll through TikTok, and I'm like, why didn't I read? And then I'll abandon the book for like weeks, months on end. But I'm really enjoying it, and I'm over halfway through it. I did get my shift pushed back by an hour. I was supposed to be starting at 4, and it's currently 4:20 now. They sent me a message and was like, it's pretty chill, like you can come in at 5. So I was like, great, that is great. That means I have time for an extra cup of tea and a little biscuit, and I can read some more. So halfway through the book, I'm really enjoying it. Like, I really like Lucy Foley. She's good.
she's good. I like her. I like her writing. I feel like the characters feel real. I just feel like they've all got personalities. They have different voices. They have backstories. It's very good. It's good. It is good. And I'm very interested because, again, like The Hunting Party, we are halfway through the book and we don't know who's died. We don't know what gender it is, so it could be we know a few of who it's not. Like, we know it's not the wedding planner, and we know it's not the ushers, because the wedding planner was talking and the ushers are out currently looking because a waitress came and said that there's a body, there's lots of blood, and the ushers are going out into the dark to look for whatever it is the waitress has seen. So we don't know anything about who it is. And again, much like The Hunting Party, I'm just like on the edge of my seat. Like, I want to know who it is and I want to know why. This is so different. Like, reading a mystery and not actually knowing who's died, game changer. This is a bloody brilliant game changer and I love it. It's just giving me grip because there's that added extra of you can't assume who is you can't make an assumption on who the killer could be because you don't know who's dead. I love it. So I don't have long before I do need to get ready for work, though. I am sitting here like in my comfies nowhere near ready for work, and I'm gonna have a cup of tea and some biscuits and just read some more. But also, it is so dark and it's 4 o'clock now. Like this, the clocks went back, so this would have been 5 o'clock, right? Daylight savings is such a weird concept and I low-key hate it, because now it's just gonna get, from here on out, it's just gonna get so dark around this time. That's just so sad. I love winter and I do love it. I love Christmas time and Halloween, and my birthday's in November, and I do think it's a cozy time of year, but also it's cold and it's damp and it's dark and the winter is long. It's the 28th of October now, and I finished reading the guest list. So I got to about halfway, maybe over halfway on Sunday, and then I read a bit more yesterday, and then I just knuckled down and read the final 100 pages today. It was so good. It was as good as The Hunting Party. I almost want to say it was even better than The Hunting Party. I actually really liked the ending, and I liked the way it all sort of panned out in the end. That I don't really want to spoil anything, but I like the way it ended, and I thought there were still a good few twists that got me, that I was like, oh, wait a minute, wait. I'm actually shook, because I learned a lot from The Hunting Party I learned from reading The Hunting Party a bit about the author's writing style, where characters will throw away random pieces of information from their past, and it could be something minor, it could be something major, and it all ends up coming out that at some point at the end it's actually in relation to another character, or actually this story and this story are actually interlinked. So I was picking up on a few things that necessarily, like in The Hunting Party, I didn't quite put 2 and 2 together with before, but in this one I was picking up on things that I was like, I wonder if like that's not been thrown in there just as like a throwaway comment, like that has to mean something. But there were still things that surprised me. So It was really good. I gave it 5 stars. Lucy Foley, I think, is becoming one of my favourite writers. This is the second book I've read by her. And I don't know how many more she's read. I know she's got a new book just out, so I think I want to get my hands on it and read it because I don't know anything about it. I think it's called The Midnight Feast. But I really want to read it because this was just chef's kiss. So good. I loved just how it all panned out. And again, we didn't know who was killed right up until the last few chapters. This time was a little bit more open than the hunting party. It was quite obvious who was going to get killed off because they were being a bit unlikable. Whereas in this one, there were a couple of like candidates that I thought, I wouldn't be surprised if you died. But then as it got closer to the end and more reveals were coming out, it was kind of obvious who was gonna die. But it was really good. And even the killer caught me off guard that I didn't even think. And so really, really good. So I literally need to eat my dinner and go because I'm due at work at 4 o'clock and it is currently 20 and quarter to. So I'm gonna quickly eat and then go. So I might do a little bit of reading tonight when I get home. Like I might pick up something else. I don't know. Depends how late I am. But also, I'm just pleased that I have a book under my belt for October because it's been a dry spell. Like I have read nothing in October and it's not been good. So at least I've read something now and it was a 5-star read. So really, really good. It is the last day of October. Yes, Mikeko, yes! It is the last day of October. What the hell? Okay, so thankfully I did manage to finish the guest list, so that was good. I've got 1 book under my belt. And then I started reading The Pumpkin Spice Cafe, and I'm reading Love's a Witch, and I'm reading The Diary of a Bookseller. The Diary of a Bookseller, I probably, like if I took it with me, I could probably finish it today. But I don't think I will have time because I am heading up to Dundee today to spend the weekend with my boyfriend. We're gonna go out with his friends for Valentine's, girl, for Halloween. I am so excited because I love Halloween. Apart from Christmas and my birthday, this is probably one of my favorite days of the year. Like I'm sad that I'm not gonna be at home for it because I do love to carve a pumpkin and put it on my doorstep, you know, just to ward away all the evil spirits or welcome them or whatever the different myths and legends are. I always think it's to ward away evil spirits, but also who knows? I don't really know. I am super excited because I love Halloween. So I've got my costume ready to go. So I am driving up the road, which is going to be a bit of a bummer because it's a long slog. The weather's not the best. It's quite cloudy, but it's dry. There's a little bit of a breeze, but it's not too windy. So I'm hoping that I can just like gun it up the road and then go to the hotel. Gonna get all ready, gonna get all spooky wooky, and yeah, go out for Halloween, for All Hallows. Oh my god, I'm gonna be so cold. I've just realized like the dress I'm wearing, I'm going to be so cold. I've only just realized this, how cold I'm gonna be, but it'll be warm in the club. I'm really excited. It's gonna be good fun, I'm sure, and I just love dressing up. I love it. I am so excited. So yeah, so I need to head off soon. I need to make sure I've packed. I need to make sure I've got everything. But at least I finished 1 book in October. That is something at least. I'm not very optimistic that I'm going to do well in this last 2 months to like catch up to my reading goal of 50 books because I've now only read 16 books. So I have 34 to go. There's like, how many days is there until the new year? More than 34 at least. So if I've got 2 months, I roughly need to read about 2 books a day. No, that's a lie. 1 book a day. 2 books. No, my brain just shut down. Oh my god, my math went wrong there. If I have about 60 days, well, this is the last day. There's 30 days in November and there's 31 in December. So that is 61 days. That's 61 days to read 34 books. That means I need to finish a book in 2 days. I need to read a book every 2 days. There we go. There we go. I got there in the end. So I don't like those odds. I really don't like those odds. But I am not a quitter. I am a little bit, but I'm determined to get as far or as close as I can to my goal. Like, I'm not gonna let the fact that I am very far behind stop me from getting as close to my goal as I can. You know, even if I can get to the halfway mark, let's settle for halfway. I'll take 25 books. That means I only need to read 9 more. I can do this. I can do this. It just doesn't help when I'm one of those people that if I have plans or I have stuff to do, like, it will affect me so much. I find that I'm definitely a mood reader, but I also tend to read more during the day. That's when I get my best reading done. Sometimes at night, if I'm reading a good book and I'm so close to the end and I can just like sit and I'll stay awake until like 3 in the morning just to finish it because I'm like, I need to know what happens. That's very rare that that happens. I'm more of a daytime reader. I like to just get cozy on the couch. I need a day where I can just sit and do nothing except read. But I can still find these days. I will find, November is a very sleepy month. I do have plans, yes, throughout the month, but I will find the time to read. And I'm gonna make sure that I get as close to my reading goal as I possibly can. So this is me checking out for October. It's Halloween, bitches. Woo, let's get spooky. So thank you so much for watching this video and all my other videos. And if you like this or you enjoy my content, you can subscribe to my channel. I never sound any less awkward every time I say this. You can also follow me on my socials. I have Instagram and TikTok listed down below. I also have a Storygraph and Goodreads, which I don't even know if they're linked below or not. I also have an old Twitter, but I actually don't use it anymore, and I still call it Twitter. I refuse to call it X. But anywho, so thank you so much for watching this video, and see you on the other side of All Hallows. Woo! I'm so excited. Can you tell I love Halloween?